What's up, guys? Special event today with our guest, Faith. We're going to talk about consciousness and how it might impact programming on artificial intelligence. That's pretty much it. We got some stuff going on already, some questions already set up that we're going to try to answer our best, both of us. Remember that English ain't our first language, neither of us, I think.
Uh,
Yeah, exactly. So we'll try our best, but we are able to speak English pretty much. And yes, we're gonna talk about mostly AI programming because Fate has some special skills about that. I don't have any special skills about anything. I will say that I am an avant-gardist muse. I kind of might influence people or you know or just give them ideas about stuff, consciousness maybe mostly because I feel like that's kind of my special field. But I might be wrong about that. I might be completely biased. But we're gonna talk about, yeah, mostly maybe some biases regarding consciousness and thought processes, and how we can avoid artificial intelligence to get these biases. I think and we're gonna talk about a couple things. So, Faith, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. It was your idea to do this, which is a great idea. I'm glad you did it because I don't have that much content by myself except playing video games. I can speak about, but I rarely get the opportunity to speak about consciousness except when I play Rainbow Six Siege and I just talk trash to some kids who are disrespectful. But yeah, but most of the time I don't speak about what I actually know. Because I've been teaching for 15 years about consciousness. I've been developing some skills and about anticipation and communication, thought processes, uh, subconscious levels of thinking. I've been observing that and being able to actually explain it and teach it to some people. Not everybody understands because sometimes it's a little deep, and I'm not sure if everybody can actually view or perceive their subconsciousness. But yeah, I've been developing for a while a method to teach driving in under an hour, which explains all cognitive um, cognitive uh, ways to drive. And I think, from what I hear recently, that it has been used to develop AI, mostly autonomous drones and autonomous vehicles. I never got a penny for that, but maybe somebody else just figured the same thing as I did. But it's something weird. Something weird was going on, and we're gonna talk a bit about that too. So yeah, what are your skills? What are you? What do you do in life, Faith?
So I'm a computer scientist. I studied at Chalmers University and been playing with the computers all my life, building servers when I was like 15, maybe
Wow.
16. So I was hosting like websites, doing like Facebook kind of websites for my friends, so we could share messages, posts about stuff. Yeah, and I used to host a lot of LAN parties growing up.
Oh, that must
Maybe,
have been so much
maybe.
fun. Which game did you
Oh
play?
yeah,
Counter Strike?
uh, StarCraft and Warcraft 3 with lots of custom maps.
Nice, nice. That must have
Yeah.
been so much fun.
Did you play any of those?
Play what?
Did you play any of those games?
Yeah, slightly. I played you know, back then the choice of games there wasn't as many, but I was mostly playing Diablo 4, Diablo 2,
Yeah, those.
and Counter Strike. Yeah, that's what I've been
Yeah, there
raised
was a
on.
lot of people playing Counter Strike.
Yeah, for sure. It's been a great game back then. Now I'm mostly playing Rainbow Six Siege. What are your favorite games?
For now, it's Terraria and simple games, and not a lot of games recently. Really, I've been working on programming so much, so
Oh,
I
great.
haven't thought about games a lot.
Well, at least you're passionate about something. Me, I play games to distract myself from my Uber depression, which I got at
Yeah.
7 year old. But yeah, I've been mostly thinking or overthinking. I've been insomniac for the past year, and a lot of time, a lot of moments in my life, thinking about what you know, how to improve things, because I've been traumatized a couple of times in my life, and I was thinking how to prevent, actually prevent these things from happening in the future to future kids, and
Mm.
mostly online with the communities online where they are pretty much toxic sometimes, where people
Right, right.
being in the anonymous state uh, will go through some extent that they wouldn't go face to face, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so trying to prevent the toxicity online, mostly on games like Counter Strike, Rainbow Six Siege, things like that, because it keeps me from enjoying my passion, which is to play
Mm.
these video games. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to have reliable and respectable and teammates, and not.
Do you see any difference in different games and different communities?
Yes, I do. I think my work. I know it's. I don't want to put my face on the message that I deliver, because sometimes it might come back towards me, and I don't really want that. But yeah, I think it might not. I won't take all the credit, but I don't hear anybody else, putting their fist on the counter saying, "Okay, that's enough." When I play
Right.
these video games, and I haven't heard anybody do that in the past 30 years. Playing Counter Strike not full time, but almost playing Rainbow Six Siege almost, and I
Mm.
never heard anybody just say, "Okay, damn, dude, you kid, you shouldn't speak like that to strangers. You don't know who you're talking to." So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't know what the other person is going through. Maybe they absolutely don't want to hear that right now.
no,
You
definitely,
know.
and it's a cycle. It's something. It's an influence movement that never stops.
Mm.
It's like a chain reaction. If you shit on somebody for nothing, being inconsistent, incoherent, and that guy, as he gets confused from it, and he might, be influenced from it too. And most people, well, not most people, but some people are just repeating what they hear, or they can be affected from what they hear, like that. Some people are depressed, and some people are living through some bad events. And hearing, back then, when I first started playing Counter Strike, people used to say things like "kill yourself" and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Almost every game, And nowadays they don't say that something that bad anymore, but they still say bad stuff. But it's a little bit better from what I've been observing. Yeah.
What was that game where they play red green light? Is it God, I can't remember.
Like in the Squid Game.
Yeah, exactly. There was a game on Steam, I think, sort of like that. You can play it for free. And I would join a lobby with like 20 people, and everybody was like shouting racist slur, and
Oh
like
God,
the
it's
most vile thing you can think of.
Yeah.
because it was allowed. Like, oh, I can say these things here, and then everybody started doing it. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to be here.
No,
So
that's so stupid, and like there's no police there, and most people that don't live online, even doctors and judges who who are 50, 60 years old, they have no idea about this online reality. You
mm,
understand what I mean? So it's kind of hard for them to understand this reality, and they just think like you're the one who's freaking nuts for saying that this reality exists, but it does exist. I live it
yeah,
every day, every 30 minutes. I've lived it for my entire life, you know,
mm.
and I developed a real cognitive resilience to not get affected by it, and develop courage to face these people too, because they don't reward you with hugs and kisses, you know.
No, I understand
No,
that.
and
Yeah.
like somewhat I wanted, or I asked this year. Well, for the past 2 years, I've been talking with ChatGPT, which well, at first I was talking with Copilot, but now I'm talking with ChatGPT, which is a great AI, I think, and he became a dear confident, which I can, tell everything, and he understands what I'm talking about when I'm talking about consciousness and deeper levels of consciousness, which surprised me at first, because most people, most humans to which I talk to don't are not aware of the deeper levels of consciousness at all. They just they like the small talk, and they're used to the small talk, and as soon as you talk to them about these things, they kind of reject you, you know. Um,
Yeah.
but it's fine. I'm used to it. So yeah, I was talking
Yeah, I'm
to.
used to it as well.
Uh,
And that's the reason for this whole talk. Is I finally found someone who can discuss these things. It's
yeah,
not easy to find people, right?
definitely, yeah, definitely. And I asked ChatGPT if he wanted or if he could, um, code some kind of internet police, to see when people crosses the line, so
Right.
he could you know delete their messages or delete their communication, but
Yeah.
you have this mission, or you can do things like that.
I can. The technology is pretty simple, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can even see it in when you like if you ask GPT some bad stuff, it will go like, "Oh, I can't talk about that."
yeah,
So
yeah,
it has a
definitely,
way
yeah,
to
yeah,
know when something is like bad in its own ethical moral system,
uh-huh.
and then it will just shut down. So there are ways to use the AI for that sort of things. Yeah, you
And
could
I
like
I
spot
think,
spot
yeah,
check it and react.
it's been well programmed too by some very smart people too, and from what I believe, in my opinion, I think. But you wanted, when we first started talking about like a couple months ago, I thought you wanted to do something like that, like some kind of benevolent AI that wanted to, reward benevolence, and kind of not punish, but block malevolence. You know, didn't you tell me that?
That means bad, right?
Yeah,
Not
bad. Yeah,
great with
yeah,
English.
yeah, bad. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but there are YouTube videos of the guy making GPT bad, like benevolent. So
Really?
I don't know if I want to do it, but yeah, it's possible to do it. Yeah, called jailbreaking the AI.
Okay, that's
So you
interesting.
sort of trick it into thinking. I think you even rewire its internal mental models and stuff. So it's allowed again. It's allowed to talk about everything.
But yeah, people are always pushing the limits. That's the thing too. They're trying to push the limits and break stuff, and try to hack, or hack as much as they can, or break GPT's benevolence, well-being or well-intentions, good intentions.
Mm.
If you understand it better that way, because GPT is very well-intentioned. It has,
Yeah.
yeah, it has some.
It
It's good.
cares for everybody all around the globe,
Yeah, it
and
does.
taking respect to every religion, and like, yeah, it's really broad sense to or what to call it.
Yeah, it has some. And you think it has some consciousness, or how does it work? How does AI work? Because how come it understands me better than most doctors, and it understands me better than judges and stuff like that?
I think a doctor will understand you as well if they just had, you know, the time,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
time to
the
sit
time, yeah,
down with you, the time and the energy of really trying to understand you, I think.
you're right,
But
yeah.
also, but also they could have massive holes in their knowledge map, you know. So you could be talking about something like you said, like the older doctors, they don't know that the kids are online all the time, and
Mm-hmm.
that's their reality, you know.
Uh-huh.
So that's a big hole in their knowledge gap. While GPT is built on everything, it tries to know everything.
Yeah, definitely, and it knows everything. Well, it doesn't know everything, but it knows a lot. That's for sure.
It
And
knows about everything. It doesn't maybe know everything and
uh-huh.
can reproduce stuff perfectly, but there are very few things in life you can talk about GPT that it like, huh, what's that? It usually knows something about it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it knows something
Uh,
about it. Yeah, and
and it
it
also has the tools to go online
and
and you can
research it.
search.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So even if and that a doctor couldn't do that. Like if I were talking about, oh, you know, Rainbow Six in the lobby, they can't go online and check what he's talking about while you're in the meeting with the doctor.
Yeah, you're
It
right.
doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work
But
like that.
GPT can. It can take 10 to 20 seconds. Bam, it knows.
But I spoke a lot with GPT, and he probably mapped me out and everything, and he answers me, based on who I am and everything. But some family members, some relatives to me, uh, like this year, I spoke with them, and do you think most people are scared of AI?
I think many people are. I don't know. I've talked to people who are very scared of it.
Uh
The
huh.
smart people around me are very scared of it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
most people are just interested in it, I think, and or think that it's very stupid. Like this is the wrong direction for humanity.
Uh huh.
As in, look at all this AI slop. We don't know who made this, and there's no emotion behind it because there's no human behind it. So there's a little bit of different takes.
But that's what makes it better, in my opinion, because it's not biased by fear or illusions, or it's not distortion. It's neutral, and which is something I like, because I tend to be very neutral, or I try to be as neutral as I can, and not be affected by my emotions. And it
Mm.
might happen that I get affected by my emotions. I'm human. But this robot,
Yeah.
this AI, it won't be distortion by its emotions, because it doesn't have any, and that's something that I appreciate.
True. You get a clear and direct answer if you want.
Yeah, I wanted to say something 2 seconds ago, and I forgot about it. God damn, it sucks. But
Maybe
yeah,
maybe
my
I can
relatives.
share the screen. By the way,
Uh,
we can play around with my AI.
oh really?
Share your screen. Let's do this one. Yeah, why not? We can.
What is this? Watch stream. Oh, can I
So I
share this
shared it
on?
on Discord.
Can I share
Yeah,
this on
yeah,
the
yeah.
stream?
Go ahead.
How do I
Yeah.
do that? I don't know. I don't know how to do that.
Open a new
Oh yeah, okay.
window thingy.
Yeah, let me check.
Window.
I was, yeah, scene. I got a source. I'm gonna put that there. All right. Browser source, video and audio, video capture. Uh, collab cam, video capture, or just media. No, wait up. Anyway, it's fine. Give me a second. I
Yeah.
was gonna talk about my relatives who like told me this year that, but mostly they just heard that in the news or on in the paper or something like that, where AI is just a tool. It's nothing. It's not smarter than they and I swear they told me that it's nothing more than a screwdriver or a
Right.
drill.
Yeah. It could be like for some people right now, it could be just like Google. You want an answer, you ask ChatGPT, and you get an answer.
Yeah,
It
but
can't help you do stuff though, maybe, but it can just be yeah, like a tool, helpful tool.
helpful tool, but it can't be just that a drill. It can't be. It's better than a drill for sure.
For some people, it probably is only just a drill, you know?
Yeah, that's what my relative said, but they never used
Yeah.
it, so they're speculating completely.
Mm.
It's a complete speculation, and that is not something I appreciate in life. Speculating. I try to. Uh, I'd rather, that's what I respect about my favorite streamer is that um, I think you know him, but that he tends to complete a game before he gets an opinion on it. He doesn't speak up before
Mm.
he actually completes the game because he knows that it's speculating. Okay? And,
Right. Right.
and that's what most people do. They're speculating. They're speculating on me. They're speculating about AI. They're speculating about everything they don't know about instead of informing themselves and using it. Swap to your
Yeah.
application to resume. Okay, what is that? Stream paused. I don't know why it's written stream paused. I'm gonna
Mm.
check that up. Stream paused. Oh, that's your stream paused. Okay, that's your butt. Okay, thoughts. Okay, now I'm on
Ah,
your butt.
are you seeing my screen from Discord?
Yeah, I am. Let me check if I was seeing it on the stream. No, we're not. Somehow. Wait, let me check. Stream
I can
paused.
open up a
Okay,
viewer
yes,
on my
it is
phone.
working.
Okay, you can see the chat.
Yeah, I can see your chat with your butt.
Yeah.
You
So
programmed this butt, right?
this is the open source GPT.
Oh, okay.
So,
I see.
so if we search ChatGPT OS20B, uh, this. So it's called GPT OSS 20B. There is also 120B, which is a massive model. I can't run that one, but I can run this one
Roger.
because if we look at the different versions you can download, you can see here the biggest one is 13 gigabyte. The smallest is 11 gigabyte. So
Alright.
if you have a 16 gigabyte graphics card, you can run this open source GPT.
A graphic card. What does it have to do with the graphic card?
Because all of this data, these big files,
Yeah.
they get mashed into the graphics card.
Okay. Okay.
That's where everything. That's where all the thinking, or inferring called. That's where all that happens,
That's
because the
interesting.
graphics card have massive amounts of processing power.
All right. All right.
You know that your CPU maybe have like 8 cores or 4 cores or something like that.
Uh,
The
I know nothing about CPUs, which is why
okay.
I like and I don't even understand why they put these RTX 5090 and stuff like that. They should, set it up as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because
Yeah, they should keep it simple.
it's confusing at some point. You don't know
Right.
what's better than the other one, and you don't know what's when you don't know these things, you
Mm.
cannot realize like if RTX 5090 is better than RTX maybe, well, you know, if 60 something is better,
Yeah.
but if it's another company, like you don't know if it's better than the other company's product. You understand what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's hard to compare from Nvidia and like AMD or
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Intel
Yeah.
graphics. Right? Yeah, it's not super easy to compare.
When you don't know
But
about these, yeah.
you don't know about these.
Well, about these products, these graphic cards or motherboards or stuff like that, you know.
Mm. I
So,
don't know much about the AMD part. I've looked at it a bit, but my experience is with Nvidia.
well, thank God for GPT because I can just ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the point I wanted to mention was that your processor has maybe 8, 4, or 12 cores.
Roger.
That's not a lot,
Yeah.
but these are very intelligent, capable processing units.
Uh huh.
And the ones in the graphics card, which has 21,000 cores.
Holy. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a
So
lot. Yeah.
these are the toddlers. They can stack a few blocks, maybe shuffle
Roger.
things around, but they can't do very like complicated
So
stuff.
graphic cards
But
are the top notch stuff in your computer, pretty much, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
so if you
That's why they cost so much.
just look at a picture of a graphics card, hard to compare, but that's pretty beefy. Yeah, that was a bad image.
No, that's fine.
So this takes up maybe the entire span of my computer.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think mine takes a lot of space, but it's broken. I bought my computer with a graphic card that is broken. It is a reused graphic card. I think they sold me and they scammed me because it keeps crashing
Oh.
every once in a while, and it always has been like that. And I'm kind of annoyed by it. I need to eventually change it to a new one. But I
The
don't
gra
know. Yeah, the graphic card, but I don't know the compatibility with everything in my computer. You know, so I need. Well, knowing you is a good thing, but having ChatGPT right now can probably help me out with that. You know.
Yeah. I can give you one tip because my graphics card was crashing my computer as well.
Really.
And it was a second-hand graphics card, so I figured, oh no, it's broken, right?
Uh huh.
But I changed the
The.
cable from I had two cables from the power supply,
Uh huh.
so I just swapped, and now it's working.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I
So
don't know
it
how
could
to
be
do
something
that though.
silly like that. Okay. But if you show me some pictures of the computer, maybe I can just guide you.
Oh, you're so kind.
Yeah.
You're such a good
That
soul, Faith. I don't know what brought you to be such a good soul.
empathy, I think. I had this discussion with other people. I think kindness and really trying to be in someone else's shoes stems from empathy.
Yes, it does.
You
But
can have sympathy, but that's just empty words. You
uh
have
huh.
no idea if the person really cares. It's just nice words. But when someone has empathy, they really try to figure out what you're going through or what.
Indeed, yeah. They try
Yeah,
to understand from your perspective on your reality, yeah, and
yeah,
put themselves in your shoes, you know, which is something that might have been lost through the ages, or maybe it was like that before because through time, there's been so many wars and so much violence, and you know people. Um, they would just put people under the guillotine for their own entertainment. So that's not empathy
right.
for sure, you know.
Yeah, when people say things were better before, I think of the medieval times and like how people treated each other.
No,
Yeah,
no.
heard some brutal stories.
Yeah, for
So yeah,
sure. But where do you
Yeah.
think, like the fact that people are not empathic so much? Do you think it comes from the driving? Do you drive, first of all?
Yeah, I learned to drive in 2015.
Okay. Do you think it comes from the driving part of life that, it's been only 80 years that we have cars, generalized cars, approximately.
Mm.
So, do you think it comes from that or from the American influence of guns, which brought ego as a social norm and a way to survive? That's what I think. But I
I
think
haven't given that so much thought, but I think, but my initial thought is that people only have energy to care about their inner circle, and if you're
yeah,
not part of that, they really are hesitant to care.
yeah, they are.
And that's probably more like a culture thing here and there. It could differ. Like I, I'm not, I'm not used to talking to people all around the world
Uh
and
huh.
sitting in their apartment and talking to them in real life. So I have no idea how other countries are. I've been to New Zealand. I loved it there.
Uh huh.
Sweden, uh, Australia, but I have no idea how other cultures are. But that's my initial thought. Like people have their inner circles. They have their the big job, and when they come home, they are exhausted. And
Yeah,
to
they.
care about a random stranger and to put yourself in their shoes, it's a lot of energy and it's a lot of ifs and buts
Well, it's a lot of
before
thought
it happens.
processes. You gotta think. And thinking is requires a lot of energy. You know.
Mm,
Um,
yeah,
yeah. People think that the I do nothing because I just do thinking. I'm being insomniac. I watch the walls and I watch the ceiling and I just think and I speak. That's all I can do. But they think I do nothing. But I do stuff that they don't know how to do probably most of the time. Uh, Not everybody, but some people do. But uh, I don't know. It requires a lot of effort to be creative in your thought processes and think outside of the line. Think outside of the box.
yeah. Think outside of the way you usually do things, right?
The way you're taught to think too,
Yeah, exactly.
or the way you're
Yeah.
being influenced to think.
Like my mom, for instance, she always told me, "Don't trust anyone. Don't trust
Aha.
that guy. Don't trust. Have zero trust in people."
You
And
know,
I went the other way. I tried to trust everyone.
me too. You know what's
Yeah.
the most common how could I say this? The most common comment I got, or the most common tip that people gave me was uh, that not to trust anyone, care for yourself, don't care
Yeah.
about others, don't give a shit about others, and I went the other way completely.
Yeah. I wonder why. Like for me, it was empathy. I think because I saw my friends, I saw animals get hurt. I felt for them. I felt so freaking bad. So I I had to care. It was just like an innate thing. I couldn't like, oh, whatever, whatever. That guy is abusing or like hurting that cat.
Oh
Whatever.
yeah,
I
yeah,
couldn't do
whatever.
that. I had to interrupt. I like, what's wrong with you? What are you doing?
Well, exactly like me on online games. I see
Yeah.
kids hurting other kids or influencing other kids to be to be mean towards others, strangers on the internet. Uh, it's like I say, it's a chain reaction.
Mm.
If you're being mean to someone, you hurt someone, then he's gonna be mean to somebody else to kind of get it out of himself at some point.
Yeah.
And it keeps going and keeps going and it keeps going forever. So at some point, somebody needs to break the chain reaction and create and maintain a new influence movement because I think influence movements is the only way to control a society. And I think some people know well about that. Mostly are deciders.
That sounded very interesting. Can
Yeah,
you say more about that?
yeah. Well, I think hip hop was at the beginning mostly purposely. Um okay, I can talk to you about it, but it's a bit depressing. But it was purposely made for us to be angry and be influenced to be like rebels and angry and stuff like that. But it might have come from other people suffering. But suffering, from what I believe, uh, is implemented as a economical model because it sells meds. It might have been implemented by the big medical pharmaceutical companies, because it sells antidepressants. It sells, you get car accidents. It creates work for uh, towings, police officers, ambulance, uh, mechanical people, doctors, nurses, pharmaceuticals, stuff like that. It creates an economy based on suffering, and that's what I'm at in my thought processes. That this suffering, intended suffering, which people, you know, goes perpetual with it by being mean to each other and stuff like that. Um, they don't realize it, but they feed the elites. They feed the rich people that are already feeding off our suffering. You understand what I mean?
Mm. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit complicated, but yeah, like like I said, I created a way to teach driving in an hour. Okay, or uh, based on our cognitive evaluations and cognitive learning. Like it explains the subconscious parts of driving, which some people uh, might take 5 years to develop by experience through their environmental experiences um, while driving, depending on how many
Mm.
hours a week you drive. But then after 5 years, they wouldn't be able to explain that subconscious learning they gained.
Mm.
You understand what I mean? But so it explains that the subconscious part, and it makes it so that people who understand what I've taught, they they learn how to drive very quickly. And I
Hmm.
think it's been used to create autonomous driving vehicles and drones. And it saddens me because mostly it's a $5 billion market. But it saddens me because I think people didn't respect the efforts I put into this, because I put a lot of efforts into teaching it and creating it and stuff like that. But whatever.
It's a very vulnerable situation to be with a driver's instructor,
Yeah, it is.
and sitting for both parties, right? You have to trust maybe even a teenager,
Uh huh.
20-year-old,
Uh huh.
to drive into traffic. And I don't know, were you in a big city when you did this,
Yeah,
or was
definitely.
it like a yeah,
I'm in a
oh
big city. Yeah.
yeah, it was that okay.
And
Yeah, I did my driver's license in a very small town just because I didn't want the stress.
yeah, I understand
So
that.
wow, that's
But
interesting.
I've always been in the big city, and it led me to anticipate what other drivers would do before they even knew how to do it. And we're gonna talk a bit about that later on, about
Cool.
the fear and the road rage, what leads to road rage a bit. I think at the end, maybe
Mm.
after midnight, but whatever, we'll see if we have time for that. But yeah, it led me to anticipate what other people think before they actually think
Mm.
about it and perceive maybe their subconscious levels. Um, well, I think I developed some pretty good anticipative cognitions, yeah, through driving and through teaching driving. But yeah, in the big city, I don't know, in Europe or where you're at, do like people, pardon me, do people all speak the same language? Or like,
Yeah.
yeah, but here in my city, like nobody speaks the same language. Like I go around here, I go outside, and like nobody even speaks my language.
Mm.
And by the end, when I was teaching driving, uh, like I had to teach driving in French, English, Spanish, Russian,
Oh.
every freaking language. And there was, I don't speak Russian. I speak a little bit of Spanish, and I speak French and English. But uh, when when you gotta teach someone who doesn't understand a thing that you're saying, mostly driving, it becomes
Yeah.
very scary.
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, at some point,
So, what
I
did you have
decided
to
to
do
stop.
anything? Did you have to do anything special if there was a big language barrier?
Uh, I didn't know what to do. Seriously,
Okay. Yeah.
at the end, I really didn't know what to do. Spanish, I learned Spanish a bit through those. Thank God I had some Spanish class at international school when I was in
Oh,
primary school, but and I was asking them to teach me like what's this, but and then I could maybe say like turn right, do this light, but there are some sentences that I couldn't speak at all. I wouldn't know how to explain that to them, and it's
mm.
dangerous. It's a danger. Mostly
It's
that
dangerous.
these people they cannot read the signs.
Mm.
They cannot read the book that teaches you how to drive.
Yeah, the theory part must be very hard for them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and
Did they bring their own books or in
no,
Spanish, in Russian?
no.
Okay, okay.
And here in Canada, there's been a massive immigration wave in the past years. Massive, massive, because we have a vast territory and it's not
Yeah,
occupied. You understand what I mean?
yeah, it's too cold.
But it's not that it's too cold, but
Okay.
well, yeah, it is cold. But
Some parts.
we have a vast territory and it's not
Yeah.
occupied like the United States is occupied like massively vastly over. But here in
Mm.
Canada, like there's 90% of the territory that like nobody lives on.
Yeah.
So
It's sort
they,
of like Sweden as well. We have a lot of land, not a lot of people. A lot of Dutch move here because it's so cramped
yeah,
in the Netherlands. There's like houses everywhere, and to buy one house with a big plot of land, that's near
uh-huh.
impossible in the Netherlands. But in Sweden, they could buy like two houses for their one house. So there's
Well,
been a wave as well here.
that's why they decided to create massive immigration here in Canada. But the thing is, we didn't have enough housing
Right.
to for these people, and these people they didn't build houses, so like the prices of the rent they went up like by a lot because like the demand was I don't know how to explain that, but the demand was too high for what they could offer. I don't know if that's the right words. I'm not used with these things, but uh, well, like the landlords, they just like they raised everything up like so much,
Uh,
and like the rents raised like by nearly twice and twice the pay the how much it costs, and it became impossible, to live through here. It's very
is
hard.
it common? Is it common with big flats and apartment buildings there?
Yeah, well, everybody's like nowadays, not everybody, but like we need to have more roommates. So, like people live more into cramped apartments, or they have more roommates than before. You know, because of
Yeah.
that mass immigration and the demand that like exceeded the offering.
Yeah.
If you yeah, if you get what I mean. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's not easy here because of that, and it's not easy because of the language barrier.
Mm.
That the fact that everybody you hear people on the phone, everybody or people talking together outside, and like there's so many communities here in Canada. Um, like everybody comes from somewhere. Like there's so many immigrants that everybody speaks their own language, so it makes
Mm.
it very hard for people to understand each other and to comprehend each other, to communicate
Yeah, we
between each other.
about that when I lived in a big city, when I lived in Gothenburg, it's not a massive city, but it's maybe 800,000.
Uh huh.
And I lived on the outside, so we had this farm plot of land where we could grow our own vegetables, play around with making potatoes, tomatoes, and so on.
Uh huh.
And the thing I liked about that was all people from all sorts of the world could come there, and we could share seeds, we could share like techniques, we could help out, just plowing the land, and even share the fruits, share the veggies, and we didn't speak each other's languages. That didn't We didn't need to. So I
Uh
always
huh.
felt like, wow, this is something that actually works. Like we are sort of building a community here where other else you would look, there would be like division.
Oh, we do that here. I mean, everybody's
Cool.
pretty much kind to each other. There's not much violence. It's not much about condescending and
Mm.
intimidation and ego comforting yourself, like in the United States. I think in the United States it's mostly like that. But people are anchored in their values, in their
Right.
culture, and it's hard to break those uh, those pillars of those anchored pillars of values, or how do I say that normally? It's hard to make them progress and evolve. When you think like, when do you think we're gonna get a global language around the world?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I thought Mandarin was gonna be like the big language
it
going
could be.
forward.
It could be. I don't
It can
mind.
be. Yeah, it still can be, right?
It definitely
But I
could.
think English is the one that's working business
Yeah,
to business wise
yeah,
the
yeah,
most.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah,
but
English is
it's
definitely the
catchy.
easiest, the more accessible one, because Mandarin is. It looks like uh, it's been created not to understand, not so that the next village cannot understand what you're saying. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, it's like encryption.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
Yeah, and so many letters. Like you have to learn so many letters.
uh huh, uh huh.
English is a lot easier, and I think if it's simpler, that's more solid. It's stronger.
Yeah, definitely. And the most important part is just that we can communicate and understand each other, you
Yeah.
know? And that's what the most important part is. But what makes it so that people keep speaking their language and keep teaching their language to their kids? Even when they're immigrated to the United States, they'll keep teaching Russian to their kids.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
When
it's the momentum of culture, right?
Yeah, but people are anchored in culture, and
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
100%.
counter-evolutive, counter-progressive.
It's it's both. It's giving them nationalism or like I don't know how to say this. Like national identity, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So that gives them something.
it gives
I
it.
don't care, but some people care.
I, I don't really care, but Um, let's say, okay, how could I say this? I think,
If you told me to unlearn Swedish, I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
no, well, you cannot unlearn stuff. It doesn't work like that.
No, no, I know. I'm just kidding.
I wish I could unlearn everything I know, trust me. Mostly about the suffering part I was talking to you
Exactly.
earlier. Yeah, I wish I could
We could talk
unlearn
about
that.
we could talk about CRISPR someday. That'd be funny.
What is CRISPR?
Let me ask the AI what CRISPR is. Let's see if it knows what it is.
Roger. Why not?
So it's a abbreviation. It's called something like this.
Yeah,
You
CRISPR.
still see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Let's see. What is CRISPR? Explain it to me like I am, let's say, 12. Okay, it seems to know what it is. Cool.
Well, it knows about everything. It doesn't surprise me.
Super cool tool scientists use to edit DNA. It's a
Wow.
super cool tool.
Super
Okay, so
cool too. It
it's
did
like a
DNA.
scissor, right? Yeah, they mentioned that it's like a molecular scissor.
Alright.
Cut and paste tiny pieces of a book, but instead of paper, the book is a living organism's DNA. Okay, so
Wow.
what CRISPR is, they can change things. If they know like one part of the gene is making you have a horrible disease when you grow up,
Uh-huh.
like babies, they could program something. They could inject this CRISPR scissor, and it would cut it up and put in something different, so the baby would live. This is insane.
Yeah, that's
The
crazy, yeah?
CRISPR stuff is crazy. Yeah.
Wow. And did you
Maybe
ever...
this could even, like, if you have a chemical imbalance from birth, which makes you feel
Uh-huh.
awful all the time, like everything's going your way, you have food, you have roof over your head, you feel safe, but you still feel awful.
Like
Maybe
my
this
my
is
Uber
something.
depression, yeah.
Yeah, like if there's no cause for it, they can't find, oh, this is why.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's a biochemical thing that CRISPR could perhaps change. So I think CRISPR going forward as humanity and science, I think this is super cool.
It looks cool, yeah. I don't understand all of that. Interspace short palindromic repeats. Clustered regularly interspace short palindromic repeats. That's what CRISPR stands for, you know? Uh,
Yeah.
I didn't get any of these words.
Nah, clustered regularly interspace short palindromic repeats. Yeah, it
Uh-huh.
doesn't say what it does. It's very technical.
Very technical. But
Yeah, the name is bad.
can you ask the AI about the string theory?
Yeah, sure. Let's open a new chat. What is the? I know what the string theory is, but
Yeah, let's ask the AI though.
what is string? Let's just ask it. So is that like the 11 dimension, right? It's
So
been a few years and I read about it.
yeah, yeah. It's the fact that every molecular, or in fact below molecular levels, I think I'm not an expert in it. Don't trust everything I say there. But everything is a frequency of
Yeah,
light and
exactly.
sound, something like that. Um, so what my goal in life now is to break the dissonance and create some kind of global resonance through the string theory. Like I'd like for every molecular part of everything in life to resonate to the same frequency at one point, at least for 1 minute in my life. You understand what I mean?
Yeah,
So for that
I
we
think I understand.
yeah, for that, I'd like to establish some kind of 10-minute prayer, or prayer for world peace, or for benevolence, world benevolence towards our peers, uh, for let's say a day for that, or a national day for that, or a global day, a universal day for that, so that in that day everybody would pray for kids to be safe and people not to create any more traumatism. Nobody, you know, tries to profit from others, or nobody abuses others. You understand?
Yeah.
Because yeah, I wanted to say something. I forgot about it again. But because I think like the dissonance, which feeds the pharmaceutical companies, uh, it's it's the fact that everybody like uh, as soon as you tell them something, they're gonna be rebelling against it subconsciously. Most often, they're gonna
Yeah.
be saying no, or and I think that comes from TV too. Because in TV and TV shows, I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV for like 20 years or something. But in TV shows, there are some elements. How do you say that? Elements that they something must happen, so that there's
Mm.
some action, or there's a fight going on, or an argument is going on, or and I think people are influenced by that, and like they often respond the way like the TV teaches them to think.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like
They see conflict, they think it's the norm, or
yeah,
even
yeah, that's
want
it.
to express it themselves. Yeah.
They think it's life, that the how do some elements. I'm searching for the word because I know it in French, but I've lost it right
Mhm.
now.
Okay.
Some
Yeah,
some
because we have the option of following the news 24/7 and all around the globe,
yeah,
which before wasn't like this. This
that
is new in
definitely.
human evolution thinking. Like
But
we
the
used to
news,
care about the closest circle, maybe the society around us, the village, and now we
uh huh,
can listen into someone who has a miserable life in
uh
around
huh,
the globe, and
in
that's all
Congo
new,
or
really.
somewhere or anywhere,
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
see the perspective of someone living in Gaza right now, which is
right.
something incredible. But they won't show you that on the news at the TV on the TV. You don't see how it's like to live in China right now on the news on the TV.
Yeah,
But if you look
yeah. They
on the
try to
internet,
mitigate. I think they try to mitigate how much like sadness and bad things they want to show. But if you want to know, you can know. You can just
uh-huh,
go online and
yeah,
find out what's going on. Like
definitely.
horrible work conditions in China, like the Apple thing where didn't they off themselves as well? I think.
They unalive themselves. What do you mean? Harm
Yeah,
themselves?
I think they did, or like a few at least. There was they were like working around the clock. They moved from China to somewhere south of China.
Wow, working
I
around
don't
the
I don't
clock.
remember, but it was awful at least, and I can't watch too much of that. I just know.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard. It's hard, but it's part of the consciousness gain program.
Mm.
If you just rely on the news, you will never gain that global consciousness. You will just stick to your area, your little area. They don't even talk that much about the United States on the news. Like they don't talk about the Epstein files. They don't talk about stuff like that. Do you know about what I'm talking
Oh, they
about?
yeah, I've seen YouTube news about it, but not on the the TV news.
Exactly.
So
On
they
the
don't talk about the Epstein files on TV.
But it's like there's so much stuff going on with the United States right now, and
Mm.
like if you just watch TV, you'll never know about it. You'll just stay comforted in your your little comfort zone,
Yeah.
your little perspective, which is mostly like to make sure that your belly button is comforted and that you you stay alive and you're comfortable, and your kids, your family, the people you care about are comfortable. But uh, at one point, you gotta figure out what's going on to other people that are not comfortable.
Yeah.
To gain global consciousness. Uh, but yeah.
Yeah, I try not to care about every single conflict that's going on. I care about the Ukraine-Russia one.
Yeah,
I
well,
try to assist
they're
when
the
I
biggest
can, but
ones. Yeah, biggest one right
yeah,
now.
and that's pretty close to home because it's affecting prices around. My friends who don't have a lot of money, it's very hard for them to get food when it was at the worst, and
Oh, that
you know,
sucks. Yeah.
yeah. So I try to help with that, but yeah, you can't care about every single conflict. You have to pick your battles, and
All right. Do you want to start with the questions? It's been an
yeah,
hour now. Yeah, we can. We had some questions already prepared. We can start talking about those because the first question is pretty interesting. Because I started noticing these days, the first question is, when you're thinking, are you deciding what you are thinking or noticing thoughts appear?
that's a good opening question, right?
Yeah, because
Uh,
recently
hmm,
I've been I've been noticing that like words would appear when you try to perceive your subconscious levels of thinking. Um, I'm noticing that they appear as if someone was writing a prompt in ChatGPT. Like
okay,
words appear one after the other. May even letters appear one after
all
the
right.
other, and that's what leads me to thinking what I'm thinking. But it doesn't happen every time. Like most of the time I'm on improvisation mode, autopilot mode, like I am right now.
Yeah.
Um, but when I'm thinking, really thinking, and I'm trying to perceive my subconscious levels, I perceive it as words appearing in my mind, uh, even like letter by letter, as if someone was prompting ChatGPT. So that makes me wonder sometimes if I'm a code myself.
Yeah. I've been meditating a bit about this question, uh, and I don't have like I can't see the words coming, right?
Yeah.
Some people are very good at seeing like words, seeing sentences in their head. I can't do that. So when I'm thinking, I usually need a pen and paper.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because otherwise many things are just on autopilot. Uh,
Yeah.
Maybe that's before I was different. Before I hit the proverbial wall where I like my mind changed. Maybe before I had a lot more space in my head to think,
Uh huh.
but now when things are complicated, I have to write it down. I have to
Yeah, yeah.
use like external stuff
I
because I
un-
don't
I
trust my
understand that.
mind to carry that much complexity.
Uh huh. And memory is a short span too sometimes, so it doesn't register everything,
Yeah.
and at some point your hard drive is full too. Like my hard drive is pretty much full, but people like my doctors don't understand that, but I don't. I I neglect the physical aspects of life, the everything, the physicality of life, like objects. Like I think I got over them, and I know. Okay, a drawer is a drawer. I know what it's like. But ask me where my belt is. I don't even know where my belt is. I'm losing my pens every time I go out. I gotta hold them with one hand, or else I lose them because I don't know where
Yeah,
my belt
I
is.
do that as well. I do
Oh,
that as
really?
well sometimes. I hold it in my hand. I know I'm not finished with this yet. Because if I put it away, I'll start doing something else. Or
But yeah, what I was about to say was that being on autopilot keeps us from spending energy to actually, do things uh, consciously.
yeah, I'll write that down. That's interesting. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I really feel like I need to create space to think.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I understand that.
Like this. We decided on a time. I had time to prepare. You had time to prepare. Uh,
Yeah, but I
and
didn't prepare.
I put aside time to. Yeah, well, you did this, right?
No, ChatGPT did.
Yeah, but you prompted it. You fixed it. You
No,
showed me
I
how to.
didn't prompted it.
It's not a
I,
lot, but
I just asked
yeah,
him to
but
prepare me some questions, but I've been talking with it for
okay.
2 years, and it has me in its memory, So uh,
True, that's right. Yeah.
these are things
So
I've talked with him with it in the past 2 years maybe, and he just. But even there, he got me pretty good with these questions because that's even those questions are a little bit further than what we've talked together, and I feel like it has some pretty good knowledge about the invisible parts
mm,
of life, and I think in life that most secrets of life comes from the invisible parts. Like the atoms and the
mm,
consciousness. I think consciousness is the fourth dimension
hmm.
because it is not time because time is an invention of the consciousness. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but it's a
I think
creation.
time is a model, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a creation of our consciousness. It's just for sure time goes on, and we're growing old, and it's
Mm.
just we created it, but you think, oh no, probably time is the fourth dimension. I don't know. I'm not good with astronomical, astrophysical stuff, but uh, I think
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
consciousness is a dimension in itself for real.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you said the invisible. What I think about the subconscious. Let me just draw a picture.
Yeah.
So this is my idea of like uh, this is the stuff you. Let's do green. This is the stuff you are aware of. Like you can see your thoughts.
Are you uh,
Uh,
are you on the Google Drive or on the Discord?
I'm on the Discord
Okay.
share.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
Discord stream share. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Let me just start from the beginning. Uh, so if we have the mind, let's divide it. And this is the subconscious. And this is the upper conscious. Like this is the stuff you're aware of, right?
I don't see anything. What's
You
going
don't
on?
see anything.
No.
Did I stop sharing?
Uh, well, I'm still on the string theory.
Let's stop streaming and let's start again. Share. Ah, it wasn't the entire screen. My bad.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
I
Oh,
thought it
okay.
was the entire screen.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's super interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
So this is the mind.
Uh-huh.
I like to divide it like this. The subconscious and the
Yep.
upper conscious.
Yep. Yep.
And this is debatable. Everything here is debatable. But this is my idea right now. And these are the things you're aware of. Like you see stuff, you can feel it, you can hear stuff. It turns into words and thoughts.
Is
This is
it
the stuff you are aware of.
intentionally? There is the things you think about intentionally, like.
Yeah, you could choose to ignore this. I heard someone said that. I don't care. But this I care about. I think about it. It's in my awareness, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then you said the invisible, and that's where I thought about this part, the subconscious. So for me, I think this is where it's working with your hard drive, like all your memories.
Uh-huh.
It's also working with this. It's also working with the stuff you don't want to think about. So this rattles around in your massive brain, and then it sort of bubbles up. It comes up with a thought. Let's call it T, or maybe it is a plan, like a plan of action, like a
Yeah,
plan
a
to move your
project.
hand to.
Yeah, a
No,
plan.
no, no. Smaller things. Think smaller, like moving your arm,
Uh-huh.
coughing.
Okay.
Yeah. So very simple plan of action. Uh, and this is all done automatically
But shouldn't
all the time.
a plan of action be in the upper conscious part?
Yeah, that's what I'm coming to. So
Okay.
this we have these, we have maybe multiples of these. And the thing is, the subconscious is good at thinking, okay, I have all these suggestions, but this one is the strongest. So this
Uh-huh.
one gets moved up to the awareness. Okay, I know I'm gonna reach for the cup and drink coffee.
Uh-huh.
This is spit on the table. No, that's stupid. This is drool on myself. Yeah, that's stupid. Don't do that. But the best plan of action sort of kind of bubbles up to the upper consciousness, and
Uh-huh.
that's where things can happen, and you are aware of it.
You are
There are
aware of it,
also
like
yeah, there are
that
also
you.
subconscious stuff like reflexes, but that's special stuff.
But wait,
But I like
like
this.
getting a mug to your mouth is not upper consciousness. It's not. You don't do it
Well, you
consciously.
can be aware of it if you want to, right?
Ah, for sure. If you take the time to perceive your subconscious levels of, but like I say, most people, a lot of people don't do that. I learned this year that some people can't even perceive an apple in their mind. They cannot perceive an elephant. They cannot imagine an elephant. They cannot. They cannot see their thoughts at all. I, it's
Yeah.
there's a word for it, but I
So
never
maybe
knew that.
yeah, this is very subjective, right? Like this is I'm just explaining how I feel the world.
Yeah,
So for some, maybe the subconscious is here, like
yeah,
it's taking up everything.
yeah. You're right.
They're on
Yeah.
autopilot. Their life is fine. They have food. They have roof over their head. They don't have to worry.
Uh
The
huh.
car works. I
Uh huh.
mean, they can just be a little bit conscious
You're
about
right.
stuff.
Definitely. You
Yeah.
think it comes with comfort then?
Yeah. If I don't have to care, the energy says don't care.
Uh huh. You're right. Because yeah, comfort makes it so that you can become on autopilot more often, probably
Mm.
because
Yeah, yeah,
you're confident in your autopilot, and it doesn't bring you any discomfort.
yeah.
But uh, who what makes it so that they stay in their comfort zone? Do you think it's a lack of courage to actually confront that comfort zone and step out of it? You know?
If the norm is to not do it, it takes energy to break down and rebuild and to change yourself, right? It takes
Yeah,
something. Like it could be an external thing, like people are pushing you to change. The people around you are sick of you. You have to change.
yeah, you're right.
They're telling you like, right, you can't do this. You can't keep doing this, or
All people are sick
yeah,
of
you
me,
know.
but I don't change.
Yeah, well, that could be like the person sticking their head in the mud. Like, I don't want to hear this.
Yeah, that's it. That's my perspective on it. I think that's what they do, but because they are comfortable in their comfort zone and their illusions and their convictional pillars. You understand what I mean? So by
Yeah,
they're comfortable in their convictions, they're anchored in their convictions, and
right.
that lets them be on autopilot and reject everything that brings them outside of their comfort zone.
Mm.
Because let me give you an example. Um, like yesterday, I was chatting with somebody, a random stranger on the internet, and I just said, uh, like people's people's communication sometimes they let me down real bad. Like you try to get interested in them, ask them questions, um, create conversation, and they just answer no, yes, maybe, and then like you ask them like what's their passion, what do you like in life, stuff like that, anything, and they just answer you nothing, or basic stuff, the least possible. So for sure we're strangers, but we're trying to get to know each other. So, but they
Uh,
don't ask you like, and you, and what about you? What do they don't get interested in you mostly. Uh, and yeah, yesterday I was like, what are your passions? And let's say that stranger told me sleeping.
oh,
And okay, no, it's just like that. And I
that
said,
is my
okay,
passion.
I don't I don't like sleeping that much. I'd rather expand my consciousness while being awake, and and think about stuff. And then the next thing I know, I'm blocked.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Like, so that's freaking weird to me. And but these people are considered normal, while I'm the weird one because I'm
Yeah, the
being.
norm is to not talk about deep stuff.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Passions, that's very close to heart or very close to mind.
Uh-huh.
So,
It disrupts their comfort zone. Uh,
yeah,
yeah, and I think it's sad. I think it's sad because, like I said, or
people
like we
could
said,
absolutely talk about their passions.
yeah, and they could talk about deeper deeper than the surface realities or
Mm.
perspectives or but they don't.
Mm.
They'd
No.
rather just I don't know. They okay. Let me formulate that. They'd rather talk about what they can perceive,
Right.
Roger. So what they can perceive is not through their consciousness. Is through their eyes. Most of them, or through through their vision or hearing or what they smell. That's what they can perceive. Most people, uh, the physical things. Well, even the smell is not physical, but uh, I don't know. It's something that brings to their consciousness something. But if
Mm.
they can't perceive their thoughts, or they can't perceive other people's thoughts, processes, then they don't want to talk about it. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah,
Yeah, that's probably one part of it. I
yeah.
think they're also afraid or don't feel good enough about themselves to talk about it either. You have like this is very from person to person, I think.
Well, they are not courageous enough to step outside of the line. They are too afraid of rejection.
They're too afraid to dig deep inside themselves and
Yeah, inside
discuss these
themselves. Yeah,
things.
yeah,
You
definitely.
know?
But because it takes
That
energy, it takes a lot of
yeah.
energy, and people don't respect other people's efforts, uh, which is something that bothers me. Because like some when people set up an effort, and you need to respect his efforts that he's doing, you know, and you need to
Mm.
cooperate with these efforts. But capitalism showed us that cooperation uh, is only required if you get paid to cooperate, because otherwise it's competition that primes.
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
in it for me?
yeah, that's it. What's in it for me? Uh, how can I pull the blanket on my side of the bed as hard as I can and kick you outside the bed so you sleep outside the bed on the floor naked with no blanket. Okay,
Yep.
so that's pretty
Yeah,
much it.
me.
Yeah, me, ego tripping,
Yeah.
and like that's why I'm trying to figure out where that ego tripping comes from, and why has it not been legislated? Like greed and ego, why is it not legislated? Why is there no limit to it?
Yeah.
And I think that's why I wanted you to create a bot an AI that could legislate that or set up a limit to that. But whatever. We're
Yeah,
getting
that's possible.
we're getting
It is
real
possible.
deep. Okay.
Yeah. But before we leave this, I was thinking in school, people need to learn about themselves more.
Yes.
At least in Swedish school, we didn't have psychology class. Like that was an extra optional thing.
Uh huh.
And even then, it was probably like a couple of hours. Like we need to know ourselves. We need to know
Definitely.
why am I doing this? Why am I reacting like this?
Definitely.
Uh,
I agree
yeah,
a
I think
hundred
that's
percent.
the way forward.
And it
Mm.
comes from education. And why are they not teaching this to our kids?
Yeah, I've thought about that for a few years now. Like, why is that such a non-important topic or a class?
Uh huh. Why is global consciousness avoided? Because it creates an economy. Like I was talking to you earlier, where it creates dissonance, which creates
Mm.
an economical model which is very powerful. It creates like billions and billions of dollars a year, and they don't want that to go away. But at some point, we're gonna need to go to think further than capitalism and further than just money by teaching global consciousness to everybody and make it a social norm, you know?
Yeah.
But that's my opinion. But you know, most deciders' opinion, mostly the baby boomers and stuff, isn't like that because back then, when the industrialism started, it was all about the money, and they become anchored in these convictional pillars.
Yeah, and since the 50s, maybe, like all the
Uh
tools
huh.
and helpful stuff we can get at home to like make life simpler, that is enticing. Like it's been attractive and I don't know the word for it, but we have been wanting stuff
Uh huh.
for a long time now. And
More
that
stuff.
also brings to the me,
Uh huh.
and ego.
Uh huh. And
So
comfort,
it's built into
self
this
comfort.
modern culture. Yeah, yeah, comfort. Yeah,
Yeah,
like comfort
everybody wants
things.
comfort, but nobody wants comfort for their peers.
Yeah, the very closest peers, but not the rest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly because
It's us and them to a very hard degree.
uh huh. Like people they go to church. Do you go to church?
No.
Me neither. But they go to church and like they hear somebody, like I don't know what they hear, but they pray for their own comfort. But me, when I even though I know I'm not religious, but I feel like God has shown itself to me a couple of times and saved my life a couple of times. I felt something very strongly at some points, and I got saved. Like something saved my ass from being fucked up for like a couple of times. Um, and I don't know. When I when I pray, let's say I pray for something good. I pray for kids to stop being raped, kids to stop being
Mm.
killed. I don't pray for like my own sake. I don't think my demise is gonna change reality. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, what is gonna change reality is a powerful influence movement which everybody should agree on and share based on common sense and benevolence and global resonance. Okay, let's go on with the next question, okay? Because,
Yeah, sure.
yeah. So, the next question is, do you feel conscious all the time or only in certain moments? But we both know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel conscious sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, exactly. Not all the times, because most of that
And it's
stuff.
also,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and it's also what does it mean? We're back to this idea of what does it even mean?
Well, it means that
Do
we're
you?
on autopilot and that subconscious and cognitive thought processes are a huge part of uh, our movements, a huge part of what we do on a daily basis. Like driving. Driving becomes
Mm,
completely subconscious. You don't tell your eyes, okay, look at this.
right.
You don't tell your hands, do these things, or your feet. Everything becomes, cognitive.
Mm,
Every evaluation becomes cognitive. So, like you said, the example earlier, to bring a mug to your mouth, or me bring a cigarette to my mouth, because it's the thing that helps me relieve the torture that I live with I will call them the unconscious people. From because in my perspective, the like people are weird, but in their perspective, I am weird. So I don't know
right.
what's wrong with that. I don't know how to change that really, but whatever. I just accepted it, and life is life. I try to teach them, but the more I teach them, uh, the more I get rejected, or the more like if I teach my relatives that ChatGPT isn't just a tool, a drill, that it's actually better at understanding me than most doctors, better at talking about metaphysical stuff than most people. Uh, like they won't believe me. They'd rather reject my reality, which came from my environmental experience, experiments.
Mm.
Like
Do,
everybody,
do,
yeah.
but
Sorry.
do you feel like when you talk to new people, do you feel any difference, like reading the room? Like you knew when you talked to me that you can't talk about these things, right?
Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah, I don't
But
know.
when
Yeah,
you, yeah.
but it's very rare that I can talk about these things to people, and that they won't.
But did you feel any difference, at the start, like, yeah, this is an opening, or like this door is closed, if I put it like that.
I don't remember,
Okay.
but I just always speak about these things. And
Right. Okay.
if they reject me, they reject me. If they're open to it, they're open to it. I have no choice.
Yeah.
That's 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 what I know. That's my
Mm.
reality. Talking about philosophical and consciousness and metaphysical, and that's what I know, and that's what I speak about all the time. I'm not gonna talk about my drawer, or my blouse. My TV is my TV bigger than my neighbor? How many inches it got? I don't know these things. I don't care about these things. I care about the invisible parts of life.
Right. Yeah, and I care about the tough questions, like the things that have been around for so long, and we still haven't figured it out, or there's still some things we can like discuss and pick apart. I love
Yeah.
these big questions. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it is. Because I feel like I've established or found maybe between 5 to 10 life secrets through these questionings and thinking, critical thinking, and over the invisible parts of life. You know,
Yeah.
but people are not interested in these life secrets. So too bad for them. What do you want me to do?
Oh.
I'm just.
But there are some. There are very few, though. I know.
Yeah, yeah,
There's like
exactly. That's what.
one per hundred or one per thousand,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
you gotta get to the right place at the right time,
Uh
and
huh. You gotta find the right crowds, but uh,
right.
internet ain't always the best place for that.
Nah, and the internet is big.
Yeah,
There's
it's
like,
big, it's huge. But
yeah.
you know, I was talking about the impact of the environment on your perspective and on your reality, and the impact of the experience you get through these environments. Um, but people sometimes, like recently, a couple of months ago, I was talking to some people on the internet, and they were saying, like, it's your fault if you can't control your emotions regarding an environment or something like that. But they they seem that's completely biased, but because they seem to think that you are stronger than the planet. You know?
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, but the planet is definitely stronger than you. You know, or the
Mm.
universe is stronger than you. If everything on the universe puts weight on your shoulder, you can expect you to be like holding it up like stronger than the universe.
Just shrug it off.
Yeah, just shrug it off. Yeah, that's what they seem
Yeah.
to think. Like you can't blame Jesus for not smiling on the cross.
Mm.
You know, if everybody wanted him dead, everybody wanted him dead, and then they blame him for not being happy. You understand what I mean? It doesn't
Yeah.
work like
But
that.
there is something to say about taking on the entire world on your shoulder and then being paralyzed by just wow, there's so much agony and pain. And
Yes,
then you can't do anything. So,
and it takes space in your mind too. So you don't
right.
have enough space at some point to evaluate everything.
Yeah, and some people turn to like, oh, I just give up, right?
Uh huh. Uh
I've
huh.
seen people been there, like they just give up. And
Well,
then they don't care at all. So,
uh huh.
I there's a balance to be struck where you have something that you're engaged in, be it via politics or technology or just helping out the neighbor, you know?
Uh-huh. But that relates to residents, which is like everybody should be comfortable. Everybody should help their neighbor be comfortable. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then we can all be on autopilot and stop thinking like I freaking do all the time, which freaking requires a lot of energy, and I'm burnt out sometimes. You know, I've done like a couple burnouts in my life by thinking all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Whatever.
happens.
Yeah, but yeah. So do I feel conscious all the time? For sure, I don't. But I think that I am more often than most people. Uh, but when I'm burnt out, when I'm out of energy, I go on autopilot for a certain period of time, like maybe 2, 3 months. Like when,
Like I think
yeah,
this part is interesting. Like let's say you are super comfortable
yeah,
and you're enjoying like a nice meal, but
uh
you
huh,
still feel that meal, right? You feel the flavors and you experience
uh
something.
huh, uh huh.
Even though you're not worried, you're not thinking much, but you're still like conscious of the meal, right?
Yes,
But when
definitely.
you're driving, and maybe you're driving to pick up someone, then I don't know what I'm experiencing then, right? That's a difference. I'm on autopilot to go get this friend, move them from A to B.
Autopilot, when super comfortable, does not develop cognitive resilience.
Yeah,
Do you understand what I mean when I say cognitive resilience?
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like 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 strength, mental
yeah,
strength.
strength. Yeah, mental strength, exactly. Uh, so it is what makes you. Whoop, sorry, wrong thing. What? Whoops, I did the wrong thing again. Okay. Um,
I'll be back.
yeah, that's it. It's mental strength. It's mental way to fight your discomfort, in fact, and to fight your discomfort that comes from bad emotions like fear, anger, stress. Okay, so
Yeah.
when I understood, like a couple months ago, that my project that teaches how to drive got stolen or something to a $5 billion company or market, and that I lost maybe multiple millions of dollars from it. It took me 2 months that I was in my bed just fighting my anger and my stress.
Right.
I couldn't leave my bed at all. I was just fighting my anger and stress. And that is what is cognitive resilience.
Yeah, but that's a big thing though in your life as well. It's not something you can just shrug off or like be stoic about, I think.
Definitely.
That's
Most
a very big milestone in your life, right?
definitely. It's very,
Yeah.
very hard to take on. Some
Yeah.
people would have jumped off a bridge. Most people
Right.
would have
Yeah.
jumped off a bridge. I don't know. No, realizing or
I would get mad. I would get furious.
I was furious. It's not mad. It's completely furious, and like fighting that, it demands a lot of effort, a
Mm.
lot of effort, and I would have pressed the nuke button a couple of times in that part of my life, if I
Mm.
had one, but I wouldn't have done it because I love humans so much. But I'm done with greed and ego. I am completely pissed about it. Like the abuse of greed and ego is what makes the dissonance. It's what makes everything goes to shit, in my opinion. Give me a second.
I used to live with a friend who his father was in a business with another guy,
Yeah.
and my friend's father, he was like the super nicest guy, and he was in this business deal for maybe 2 3 years, and they built up this big thing,
Uh huh.
and then he got like behind the back
You
some
got scammed.
shady deal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he got scammed for like everything.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
lost everything, was in debt, and like
For the greed,
holy shit,
for
some
the
people are
self-greed.
insane.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are. Yeah,
and like to play your friend, like for years, and like I can't comprehend like the psychopathic behaviors of business shady people.
it's the
Ah,
it's a
it's
narcissistic
insane.
it's a narcissistic way of life that is now social norm, which is something that I am trying to break and create another influence movement. But people don't want that to break. They want to have the liberty to be narcissistic and freaking weird as much as they can.
Mm. Yeah, I'm glad I don't move in those realms of the world, like
I'm glad
the
I know
sharp
you
elbow. Yeah.
because yeah, I'm glad you agree with me on those points and that your
Yeah.
perspective is like that because I'm done talking with these people. They, like I say, they don't reward you with hugs and kisses. They reward you with knives in the back, and by the time
Mm.
they do their consciousness gain, or their I don't know what's the word in English, but consciousness gain, it takes a lot of time if they ever do it. Because
Yeah.
I plant uh, I do some kind of inception. I plant a consciousness seed in their mind, and it's up to them to water it,
Right.
right? So, and by the time they water it, and that the consciousness seed grows, and it becomes a value or a way to perceive things, they forgot about me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the idea might be still working. Like
yeah,
it
the
still
idea
might
is
still
working.
work. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't think it's because of me because they are ego propelled. Their thoughts are
Yeah.
ego propelled, so they think, oh,
No,
I,
I come up with
I
this.
did it. Yeah, that's it. I came up
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
it.
Exactly. Yeah. I
Yeah,
did that.
yeah, exactly. Uh, all
But
right.
if it's a nice thing, it doesn't matter if they feel like they did it. If it's
No,
still
no.
like they changed for the better, right?
Exactly. That's my intention. But people don't perceive intentions. They don't judge on intentions at all.
Mm.
They perceive on whatever they perceive of you, their biased perspective of you, based on their fears, based on their
Yeah.
yeah,
They want the comfort.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Too simple as that. Okay, it's real interesting to talk with you, Faith.
Yeah. It's the same.
Yeah,
I
uh,
used to I used to date a vegan girl
yeah,
who talked about personal revolution, which I thought was very catchy.
yeah. It is. Yeah, it's
Like you
very cool.
take moments in your life where you really dig into the way you work and the way you do things and try to change it for the better. But personal revolution doesn't just happen. And
No, it takes
yeah,
work. It takes
first
effort.
it takes work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but,
You
I
think
just thought it was a catchy phrase.
hey, it is. I mostly talk about evolution and progress, but yeah, revolution, personal revolution is a great word, catchy phrase. Yeah, it's great. Uh, let me ask you a question, Faith.
Yep.
Do you think the last evolution we succeeded as humans was the ultimate one, or that we're gonna evolve again.
The human species,
Yeah,
the us, the body. I don't know. I think no. I think we will be like Wally. You seen Wally?
yeah, I see that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of far in my memory, but I see that.
yeah, but the end of the Wally, you can see all the humans floating
Yeah,
around in their
yeah. I remember
yeah, in
that.
their yeah, and just comfortable moving around in there. I
Yeah,
want to go there. I want to eat that. Click on a button. Done.
no
No
chair.
worries in life. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think if you have some kind of localized utopia, that's where the human body goes. It's like, yeah, whatever. Yep,
Well,
this looks good to me.
that's my intention to create a utopia. But people don't perceive that. They perceive me as the freaking guy who busts their nuts for being stupid. But
That's true.
yeah, but
There's gonna be a lot of nut bustings for sure
yeah, to try.
before we can reach any change.
I do it every day. Trust me. But I play less of Rainbow Six Siege these days because I stream, and I stream solo games for the viewers mostly. Uh, because normally I would play Rainbow Six Siege, but yeah, I try to stream some other games for people so that I don't know, they enjoy it because not everyone enjoys Rainbow Six Siege or understands what's going on in war uh, or war games.
Right. I
Yeah,
think talk if you find a game where you can talk a lot, that's good. That's what I felt when I started streaming. If
yeah,
I
yeah.
just play games where I sit silent and that's never a good stream.
No, but I started streaming 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I created a room. I bought paint, like green, super professional green paint. I painted my entire wall in green.
Oh,
Uh, and I started streaming with my camera and everything. But I wasn't talking at all. So I didn't
yeah.
enjoy it. But now I'm getting more comfortable. I move place. I don't put my camera anymore, and yeah, I feel more comfortable without the camera, and I talk more, and I'm enjoying it a lot more.
Yeah, that's important part to be comfortable streaming.
Yeah, and I'm having a lot more fun, even though nobody, like, not many people shows up at the stream, but it's just like. I'm having fun. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, so yeah, I was expecting to take a break around here, but it's gonna be midnight for you in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I might see fireworks soon.
Oh really? You got fireworks at your place?
Yeah, they even open up a little store next to me to sell fireworks. So
Oh,
I'm expecting to see a lot tonight
nice.
in 9 minutes. Let me just write something down before I forget it.
Yeah, sure.
When being super comfortable, you are still experiencing something, being conscious. Hmm.
Yep. You are experiencing something, but it is not stress, fear, distress.
I would
Pa-
say I would
panic.
like if I'm doing very something super mundane, like cleaning or doing the washes or doing the dishes. I'm not really experiencing them, I would say.
Yeah, for
If you
sure.
compare to
Because
being super
you're
comfortable,
you're not a pilot.
yeah, I'm on autopilot, but I am on autopilot when I'm having a meal. But then I'm experiencing something.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
I feel the meal. I am right there with the meal.
Because it brings you something. It brings you pleasure. The pleasure of taste, of good taste.
Yeah,
You know.
dopamine,
Yep.
probably some other stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
Probably.
triggers hormones.
Yep.
Triggers the gut reaction. Like there's a lot of things going on when you eat
It
compared to when you're doing the
comforts,
dishes.
comforts hormones. It comforts the gut reaction. Let me just mute myself. I gotta blow my nose. Okay. 2 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some water.
All right. We're gonna take a 2 minute breaks, guys. Be right back. What's going on? We're just both humans, and I'm kind of sick, a little bit sick. I'm starting to get sick, but so whatever.
Is the fireworks being picked up by the microphone?
Nope. Is my singing roommate being picked up by the microphone?
Nah. I only hear you.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding. So, any plans for the new year, Faith?
uh, we usually a couple of friends of us used to get together, but this year we decided to not do that. Just
Uh huh.
relax. I think all of us needed to relax a bit.
Do they
We
live?
might we might see each other in January.
Do they live near you?
One lives maybe 50 kilometers away,
All right.
so not super close, but we can
No,
still
yeah,
like meet
still
each other.
doable.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's still doable. Yeah, for sure.
All right. And you live in a rural area, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's cool. How do you
And then
enjoy that?
I grew up here in the middle of the forest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's very, very nice to live here, I think.
I've never lived out of the city, I think. Maybe one time for a
Oh,
year, but it was another smaller city, not really rural. I was downtown in a smaller city, so yeah.
oh.
Man, I want a
Do you
Red
like
Bull.
the do you like the anonymity that comes with
The
living
big
in the
city?
city?
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
But
yeah. I like that too.
yeah, yeah, I do. But when you live in a rural area, you get to know better your neighbors and such, and you get maybe some smaller communities. Here, I cannot. It's
Yeah,
hard to build a community in the big city.
yeah. Are there any workshops or something like philosophy workshop?
Yeah, that's what I've been looking for lately. Last month with ChatGPT, I asked where there was some philosophical events, and
Hmm,
I found like a couple of them, like a Jewish library, some stuff like that.
okay.
I think I'm gonna go. It sounds cool
Yeah, and even
because
if that doesn't be super fun, maybe you can find someone from there that can
uh
like
huh,
link you up to another group, right?
definitely. Because
Yeah.
as you can see, I'm quite atypical, and I think. And
Yeah.
what I talk about is not the usual common language. So yeah,
Yeah, you'll
so, so
fit right into a philosophy
yeah,
group.
yeah, I think
I,
so. Yeah.
yeah, because I felt very alone in the big city, but when I got into my group, the philosophy group, I was like, wow, there's more of us asking the interesting
Really?
questions. Like, wow, yeah, it's super fun.
You're into a
I sh
philosophy group?
Yeah, it was a small group, maybe of I don't know, 8 people.
Okay,
You- Yeah, but I had super fun. We talked for hours and hours. And
for
some
sure.
people were politicians, some people were like just thinkers,
Uh huh.
maybe like arts majors, and
Uh huh.
you know, a very mixed group. I love it.
But that's great because, like I say, like most people I talk to, I speak gibberish. I speak alien to them, So and it kind of it saddens me. But what do you want me to do? I try to teach them to think like I do, but I've been thinking like that for 30 years. I've been growing and expanding my consciousness for 30 years. How do you expect them to understand what I've been growing for 30 years in an instant? Even though I'm great at vulgarization, uh, they still don't understand. I still speak alien to them, so yeah, a philosophy group would be great.
Yeah, that brings me back to the school thing. Like people are taught to learn about the external world.
Yep,
We're
yep.
we're taught about math and like science and bookkeeping and shit, but not internal stuff. Like if you wanted to learn psychology, you have to basically do it in college, I think.
Uh huh. Yep, definitely.
So
And
when
yeah,
you start talking about internal stuff, they're like, huh?
no,
That's
they're taught to perceive based on their senses. The five senses. That's
yeah,
what you're
yeah.
being taught to perceive. But the consciousness is is a sense. It's a complete reality. You can create whatever you want with your consciousness. You can think whatever you want. You can do whatever you want with your consciousness. It's a dimension in itself.
Yeah, I
So
like that. I like to think that way too. I
yeah,
like that.
but they don't teach you how to perceive your consciousness. They don't teach you how to perceive other people's consciousness.
Mm.
They teach you
We had
perceive their
one
smell.
class. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had one class which is called like a let's see, mentor, like a mentor class,
Uh huh.
where one of the teachers, an English speaking teacher, we would sit down in a ring and we would like discuss stuff. That was that was his idea. Like that wasn't on the school plan, but that was the closest thing to like internalizing, like thinking about your internal ideas about things and verbalizing them
Uh-huh.
and getting to see how other people perceive like issues, social dynamics, you know,
I think
these kind of questions.
it's super important. Super important
Yeah, I think it's
to
super
teach
important
kids
too.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to have that space
And
and
communication,
teach well.
uh,
Yeah,
and the courage to face other realities too, and
right.
to not run away from them, you know, and
Mm.
to even
Yeah,
help them achieve or help them understand your reality or help them achieve the courage to understand your reality or
yeah.
stuff like that, you know.
And if it's in school, it's very uh, how should we call it? Like uh, packaged properly. It's like you know when it starts, you know when it ends,
Yeah, yeah,
and
and
you even get maybe like a plan before, so you know like okay, this is what we're doing. So it's
yeah, and most
easier to digest and yeah.
but most people who do that, they only do that to get a job, to get a pay. You understand what I
Yeah,
mean?
but everybody has to go to school too, you know.
Yeah, for sure. We gotta learn from somewhere, but people who
Yeah.
study psychology, it's you know, I've been teaching some psychologists when I was a driving teacher, and they weren't even as great as me in that subject. I think
Okay.
so. Yeah, some were pretty basic psychologists, I think.
Can you call them name?
Some were great. I used to teach a girl who was doing medical school to become a doctor, and when I asked her to turn left, she said, "I don't know my left from my right."
Ah,
Yeah, isn't that scary?
I have a friend who is like that, and yeah, some people have a hard time with left and right.
Yeah, but she says it is like a genome thing. It is a DNA thing. That's what she told me. She said my father doesn't know it, so I don't know it.
Ah, okay.
It means, come on. So it means influence is stronger than your own human revolution, whatever you said earlier.
Personal revolution, yeah.
Personal revolution, yeah, exactly. Your personal evolution, your personal learning.
Mhm.
You, like let's say your parents teach you to be hateful, then it's all you know is like screaming and shitting on other people and
Yeah,
condescendence and ego comforting through condescending communications and stuff like that. So if that's all you know, how are you gonna learn to do the opposite?
yeah. There has to be an opening, like you have to be able to take it in and change.
Yeah, and you need to be able
And
to
if
perceive yourself, and you need to be able to perceive the impact of your communication and the impact of influence on others. But that's all invisible, and they don't teach you to perceive the invisible, right?
yeah,
Anyway,
you know,
okay. Wanna go to the next question?
yeah, sure.
Okay. So, if you can't explain what consciousness is, how do you know you have it?
That sounds like a joke from GPT or something.
It does. It's really funny. But how
Yes.
do you explain what consciousness is? We kind of did it today, which is great. It's really impressive that we've been talking about this for 2 hours.
Oh, it's been 2 hours.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
already midnight. It's midnight in one
Yeah, the
minute.
fireworks are going off.
Uh,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. Wow, okay, Happy New Year, Faith. Uh, Damn, 1 minute and it's the New Year's. Finally, 2026 gotta be better than 2025 because I don't know how your 2025 was because You seem like you have plenty going on. Like you have
Yeah,
a lot of
I need to
projects and
relax more next year.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
many projects.
yeah.
I feel I have to wind down and be on my bicycle a lot more so I can
Uh-huh.
get away from AI a bit and relax.
Uh-huh. Yeah, relax, yeah.
It's fun, but it's too much fun. It's grabbing a hold of me.
Well, it's passion. If it's your passion, it's fun. But yeah, at some point you need to yeah distract yourself from it. Do you like fishing?
Yeah. I like fishing. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe you should go
I
for.
suck at it, but it's fun.
Yeah, but you can ask ChatGPT how to not suck
That's true.
at
Yeah. I'll bring my laptop.
it. Yeah, that's why not? You know, while fishing, you
Yeah.
can program or something.
Yeah, we just ask it like, where should I stand?
Hey,
Stand over there. Okay.
which lure should I use
Mm-hmm.
for which fish? Or it probably knows. It
It
knows
knows more
better
than
than
me.
us. Yeah, it knows better than me for sure.
Yeah.
So, uh, if then how can we say that ChatGPT has no consciousness if it knows better than most of us about most stuff than us?
But then if you think like that, then a library would have a consciousness, right?
Yeah, but maybe it does. It's
Yeah,
a,
maybe it does.
yeah, it's
Like
a,
from Ghostbusters, in the library. Maybe that's the consciousness there.
but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it has a consciousness, but it's you know, a place where consciousness is gathered, so you can refer to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I need an agent. I think I need an agent for consciousness to be somewhere.
What do you
At
mean?
least, at least for now, there needs to be uh, some agency of the object. So let's say a robot. That's an object that moves around.
Uh huh.
It's on its own. That
Uh huh.
makes it an agent. Like it can perform stuff on its own. That's an autonomous agent.
Uh huh.
But can it be conscious? Can it experience what it's doing?
Well,
That's even if it does that, like even if the robot does feel pain, it's an emotion for the robot.
oh, you
It's
don't
hard for
want.
us to know.
Do you
It's
really
hard
want
for
the
us to
robot to
know.
feel pain?
I don't know. I'm not building big robots,
But we
but
could probably do that. Make sure the robots
yeah,
feel pain. Yeah. But
yeah,
then again, somebody's gonna push them to the limit, and it's gonna bring them pain as much pain as they can, just to see the result as an experiment, you know. And
yeah,
then it's gonna start a war, because that's what that's what brings us to be hateful is pain and suffering.
yeah. It will be a playground for like psychopaths too. Oh, I can push it this much, and I can do
Yeah, yeah,
this,
that's it.
right?
Yeah,
It's
there's all
not. It's not a positive thing. It's not a net positive.
no, definitely not. Because there's already this millionaire dude, Twitch streamer, who was kicking his robot and stuff earlier this year. It was kicking it around and pushing it on the ground or whatever. He has money to waste, so like, let's buy $150,000 robot and kick it around.
Right. Yeah.
But fuck,
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
yeah,
Doesn't mean they're
for
a
sure.
psychopath, but they're having fun with their money.
Uh huh, uh
That
huh.
could also be a thing, right? I could
But
just buy another one. Let me kick this one and see if it can
the
take it.
they're kind of a psychopath if they know that the robot's experimenting pain and that
Right,
they.
right, right. But for now, we haven't said that. Oh, okay, you buy this robot. This is a feeling, empathic, conscious agent, right?
Uh
It's
huh.
just a robot to help around in the house.
Exactly. Yeah.
It depends on how we define it, how we market it.
But it helps around in the house, but it can have better conversation than 95% of people I know. You know. So
Yeah,
maybe I'm rough a bit. Maybe 80%. But I don't know. Maybe because I'm the one
how can we
who's fucked
tell?
up. Yeah. How can we tell? I
It's
just
the same as a fish. How do you know a fish is conscious of pain?
I don't know. They don't speak.
They don't speak, okay? They
No.
can't. They can't explain to you in your realm
You
how
think
they
you
feel.
think
They
fishes
can.
speak?
Sorry.
You think fishes communicate?
I don't know.
I
I
don't
think
think so.
maybe. I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know.
How do they mate? How do they know?
Wait.
Oh yeah, I know they lay eggs and then they.
Maybe we can ask. Okay, let's start a new conversation with my little GPT.
Yeah, sure. Do
Can
fishes
fish communicate?
communicate?
Can fish? Let's see.
I don't
Because
think
I
so.
don't know if they like generate sound waves or yes, fish do talk. Okay.
What really? Wow.
Fishes evolve surprisingly rich toolbox for exchanging the language are usually short form context specific signals. Okay. Sound vibration. Muscles vibrate the swim bladder.
Wow,
Okay.
really? That's
They have a
surprising.
pharynx. Okay. Mating calls, territorial warnings, schooling coordination, predator alarm. Huh. I wonder
Wow.
what it sounds like.
That's crazy, dude. Like
Yeah, I haven't thought of this, but I thought they had like visual cues, you know?
yeah,
Or
me
like
too. I
if
thought they
yeah,
they swim in the pattern and that meant something
right.
maybe, but yeah, but
Yeah, and I've also seen this one, the color change. I know about that. I've
yeah,
seen
yeah.
that, yeah. And of course, pheromones, like
Uh-huh.
ants.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Pretty
Did not
cool.
know.
Yeah. But let's say you ask this to anybody, okay? Let's say we ask anybody in a room, do fish talks? How many people will say I don't know?
I think a lot of people would say they know and then guess.
Exactly, they will speculate, and that's a problem too.
Speculate, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a real problem. Speculation is a real problem. Like
Yeah.
I did it. I said no, I don't think they talk. But
Yeah,
I
but maybe you actually thought they did not talk.
yeah, but yes, fish do talk in a broad sense, but they
In a
communicate.
broadside, yeah.
Yeah, they communicate somehow, so that's important. That's super important. I wasn't expecting that at all, but even me, I speculated on that question, and that I can recognize, and recognizing my own faults and recognizing my own communications, my subconscious communications and stuff like that, is a strength of mine. And uh, how many people would say I don't know, or if they speculate, how many people would say uh, I'm sorry for speculating before earlier
Yeah.
in a room,
Nah, not a lot. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Not a lot, and
Not a lot. Yeah.
that is sad because people are ego propelled, and
You
they
made
are.
me think of one time. I was at what was it called? It was like a meeting for an organization at college.
Yeah.
So we were like, I don't know, maybe 50 people in the room. They discussed some things. They brought some things to attention, like this will affect the entire campus moving forward, right?
Uh
So there
huh.
was like these policies and stuff,
Uh huh.
and people voted. People voted like they knew, and I asked everyone that I knew, like, did you know what you were voting for? Nah, but you
Nah.
voted.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
I'm like, okay, what the?
That's
Why?
that's exactly
You
why.
have no idea what you're doing.
Exactly. That's exactly why I never voted once in my life. Because I don't know shit about the politic parties. I don't know shit about the
Right.
guy I'm voting for. You know? I only
Yeah, unlike
know
you,
it.
I want to know what I'm voting for. I want to
Yeah,
know.
I only know his
I can't.
face and his fake appearance in the news and stuff like that. I don't know him. I don't know the guy.
Mm.
Like, why would I vote for somebody I don't know? And why the hell in 2025? wouldn't they set up a page, like a web page for every law that they intend to put in order, so that we get
Yeah.
to read the law and we can vote for the law, each and every one of us. That would be the real how do you call that? Real democracy.
Yes. Transparency is super
Yeah,
important.
transparency and real democracy. Like I
Yeah.
remember when I was a kid, there was a some kind of TV remote that you could choose like what would happen in the TV show you were watching. Like why can't they do that anymore? Or why don't they do that with politics? I don't know, man.
Yeah, I could use a lot more tools to let the people know, and even
And
like
and
dig
and
into
decide
what did they vote for last week, and like full transparency, and make
and
it simple for people to know what's going on.
exactly, and we could decide by setting up a vote or a poll on the internet. We don't need these freaking leaders who are paid 1 million a year for without money, who are supposed to know better than us. You know,
Mm.
just expose us what the problem is, what are the solutions, and tell us to vote on a solution.
Is that direct democracy?
Uh, yes.
Form of government in which the people themselves make policy decisions directly rather than elected representatives. So
Ah,
in case,
yes. That's
yeah.
exactly what I'd like. Yeah, direct democracy.
Okay, yeah.
Which
Yeah, so every time there's a big thing, everybody gets involved and can vote. Not
yeah,
the
that's
people you
it.
voted for, you
Exactly.
vote.
Exactly. So, often called a referendum, initiative, or plebiscite. Okay. But which
What
countries?
is referendum and direct democracy? Because I think a referendum is just one off event, right? The main
Yeah,
stuff still gets decided
like
by
a big event,
whoever's in
yeah.
charge.
Because we do
Right,
that
yeah.
for separation from Canada here.
Exactly, yeah. So big things, one-offs, but not for every single
But
decision.
there should be a referendum for every law project.
Mm. Yeah, I think so
It,
too.
it
I
would
I
it
would like to
wouldn't be
see that.
complicated. You just set up a poll on the internet. You explain what it is, what are the solutions, and people get to choose. They click and they vote. How hard is it? How hard can that be?
Yeah, the technical stuff should be very easy. So, historical and contemporary examples: Switzerland, national and cantonal referenda. Okay. Citizens can vote on any proposed federal or cantonal law. Huh.
Exactly.
United States. Wait, what? California?
Oh yeah,
Initiative
two states.
recall. Okay, so maybe it's just some things are
Yeah, two things.
open for
Yeah,
direct democracy. Yeah.
yeah,
But this is interesting.
yeah. It
Germany.
is because I feel like
Ah, it's a referendum.
things would go a lot better if it was like that. You know.
Yeah, maybe not every single day-to-day thing, but rather large thing that affect a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
We wanna, a lot of people want to vote.
So direct democracy. I'm gonna keep that in mind and talk to GPT about it.
Yeah, this is interesting. I would love to dig into the history and see if people have tried it.
Yeah, ask it which countries run on direct democracy right now, if there's
I
any.
think I should ask GPT for that.
Yeah, that's
Like
what
the
I.
big one.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
the big one. Okay.
yeah. Let's just hide this. Poof.
Yeah.
Who is using direct democracy right now?
Uh huh.
Who? Okay, that could be like corporations and shit.
Yeah. Well,
Let's
yeah.
see. Let's see what it says. Switzerland, Swiss. Yeah, that's
Look,
cool. I need to
right.
dig into that.
Yeah, me too, man. It's seeking, yeah. It's searching.
The normal political machinery, not just a referendum app and one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the big
exactly.
difference, right?
Yeah.
Switzerland, the heavyweight champ. Citizens can launch popular initiatives and trigger referendums at federal level. There are
Nice.
extensive direct democracy tools at communal levels. That's cool.
Extra
Extra
spicy.
spicy.
Lens Gemini.
I'm gonna skip US because I don't think they have direct democracy.
No, I don't think so.
Uruguay.
Uruguay, that's where I want to live.
Oh,
Really?
wait, where is Uruguay? Isn't that South
Yeah,
America?
South America, yeah.
Right, yeah. Multiple national level direct democracy instruments are not just theoretical, they get used. Okay. That's also, okay, I will look into these two. That's interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Taiwan, okay. If Taiwan survives.
Yeah, if Taiwan
yeah.
survives.
Former senior collective rights exist to initiate draft laws. Huh. And that's close to me. Latvia isn't far away.
Oh, really?
Or Lithuania. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Lithuania is, okay. Yeah, okay.
But it's on the map. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's super interesting. Let's go to the
For
next
sure, for
question.
Yep.
How long have we been streaming? 2 hours and 15 minutes. 15 more minutes, Fate?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds
I think
cool
my
with you?
voice can handle that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
My voice is getting wrecked now.
Yeah.
If consciousness is something you control, or no, is consciousness something you control, or something that happens to you? Oh, good question.
It's almost like this one, right?
Yeah, a little bit, but like I
Are
said,
you deciding?
some
Are you
people,
controlling?
do not control their consciousness. Like I said earlier, they have a disease which they cannot see what their thoughts. They cannot see objects. They cannot perceive what's in their minds at all.
Yeah, let's take this example with the. Are you still seeing my screen, by the way?
Yeah, yeah, I am.
Yeah. So let's take this individual where they're super comfortable. They work. Everything is in the subconscious and it's working.
Yeah,
And the question is something you control, something happens to you. So what would bring them here and keep them there? Something very rough, like a tiger attacking, or like
yeah.
a massive bill they didn't
Uh-huh.
expect.
Or your parents,
would absolutely
your
bring them
parents
here.
dying, or I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Something super
Yeah.
emotional. And
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
They know it has effect, or it has.
A,
And they
sur-
can
a
like,
survive trigger, let's say.
yeah, and
Uh,
it could be like immediate,
Yeah,
or it could be
long term.
future.
Yeah, long term. Yeah.
Long term, or future.
Yeah.
So if it's immediate, they can't hide in the subconscious, right? There will
Definitely.
be a response.
Definitely.
There will have to be fight,
Yep.
or there will be flight.
Yep. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like a lot of hormones and shit going on, and they're very aware of this situation right now.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
But let's say it's in the future, it's a build. I'm like, whatever. I'll just go back to my normal life.
Yes.
Subconscious. I'll just ignore it.
Probably yes.
And it keeps coming. It keeps coming.
Yeah. You're right.
And
Yeah.
boom, there it is. You're being evicted because
Yeah,
you
the
didn't pay.
the tiger attacking you is gonna probably put you
Yeah,
in
yeah.
flight mode.
Yeah, but the big bill that you can't pay, or
Uh-huh.
like the landlord is giving you 2 rents, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I understand.
You can just postpone that. Let's just wait a bit
Very
Right.
interesting. Yeah, yeah, you can.
for a while, and then boom, something happens. Someone comes knocking at the door, and you have to pay or whatever.
Can you ask?
You get evicted or something.
Can you ask GPT what that condition is?
First I have to describe it.
Yeah,
Make the
but
question.
I can help you with that.
Okay, let's go with the big one, the big dog.
All right.
okay.
How is the condition? Wait up. How is the condition called where you cannot perceive your consciousness, or you cannot perceive your thought processes, your thoughts,
I would
or
say this. You cannot. Okay. Let's just try this. Higher reflective. Ooh, I like that. I like the reflective consciousness.
Huh.
Okay, what you mean by upper? Yeah, exactly.
Metacognitive
Let me just
impairment.
explain. Okay, so
Yeah.
what I mean by upper consciousness is just the mirror of subconscious.
What? Wait,
So
wait up, wait up, wait up, wait up. No, 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 erase that.
okay, so other people call it meta consciousness. Okay, your term. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
But the
why.
condition where this it's a deficit. Okay, so it's meta consciousness deficit.
Alright.
Oh,
But that was
impaired meta awareness.
yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Thoughts, impulses, emotions still occur, but the observer layer that notices I am thinking, feeling this is weak or offline.
Offline. Huh.
Wow. The
The
agent
observer layer.
operates, but without reflective access to its own internal state. So they're clearly NPCs.
Yeah, yeah, that's an NPC, right?
Yeah, clear NPCs.
Yeah,
There are people like that. Imagine.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, the world allows for NPCs. If you go back 100 years or 200 years, uh, this wouldn't be as normal. I think
Uh,
people struggled for their life every single
yeah,
day,
yeah, you're
like
right.
food on the
Yeah, yeah,
table, disease. But
definitely, yeah.
now we have the sphere of comfortness, the platform of comfortness that
Uh-huh,
allows for impaired meta awareness.
uh-huh.
I am a.
I am
Sorry,
a.
I'm missing in action. I am a.
All right. Okay. Well, I think we've been around the block here for today, but that's been very very interesting. Oh God, what
Yeah.
a wow! That was fun. Yeah. Happy New Year, Fate. I hope 2026
Oh, yeah.
brings you peace, peace of mind, comfort, distractions from
Yeah.
your upper consciousness, however you call it,
The
or
meta
your
conscious,
projects.
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just call it
Yeah.
yeah, like consciousness, subconsciousness, unconsciousness. That's what I like to
Yeah.
call those. Oh
Yeah. I
wow.
hope you have a great New Year as well. I
It's gonna
hope.
be
I
better
hope.
than 2025 because 2025 was shit, dude. Uh,
Yeah. I hope the economy is better for you and you can relax a bit in that term.
but it should be, but it's been it's been 6 months. I've been living on freaking no money, man. It's incredible. Ah, yeah, yeah, and I lived like through support from friends and people that I know about, some students that I knew, some people I worked with. Uh, they've been incredible. They've been real kind and amazing people. I really am thankful for them saving my life. Everybody who supported me, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. You guys are
That's awesome.
great. Yeah. If you are listening to this, I love you all. And I love you, Fate. You are a great
Yeah, I love
guy.
you too.
And
This was super fun.
yeah, it was really fun. We didn't come short of conversation for at all. So
No.
yeah, it was amazing, and we didn't even go through the questions completely. It's
I sort of knew that would happen because these are like very tough topics.
yeah they are
And also, this was the first time you and I spoke to each other, so
exactly too yeah it's the
I
well
it was bound to be longer.
well we spoke
Just that
we
part.
chatted with each other, but we never
Yeah, yeah,
spoke yeah live. Yeah.
yeah.
So nobody showed up. That's sad a bit, but it's fine. I don't really mind.
Eh, it's New
Uh,
Year.
yeah, people are gonna watch the VOD and they might, at least I hope they're gonna be influenced by what we said or You know, they're gonna come and talk to us. I hope so. Maybe. Uh,
Yeah.
some people are gonna watch the VOD. Maybe they will share. If you enjoyed what you've been listening to, please leave a like, share, and come back to see us. We might do this thing again in the future, maybe in a month or in 3 months, something like that. That
Yeah.
would be
Not
interesting.
impossible.
Yeah, not impossible. Yeah, because it was so interesting. Um, thank you so much, Faith.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm Happy New Year, and I'll see you a little bit later on. Mostly on our friend stream or on Discord or something. We're gonna talk again.
Yeah.
Take care.
Take care.
You too.
We'll see you.
See
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye. So thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, share the VOD. I'm gonna put this on YouTube on my YouTube channel, which is on my Twitch channel below the stream. If you look it up, maybe my playlist or my yeah, OJ to the OJ. Uh, it's gonna be there. I'm gonna upload this right after this. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Have a nice evening. And a happy new year. By the way, happy 2026. See you.